Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a mi canal. Es un placer estar acá con todos ustedes nuevamente. Hoy tenemos a una nueva banda de jóvenes músicos que vienen directamente desde Israel. Ellos son revelación, básicamente, bueno, porque fueron descubiertos por un gran músico que se llama Bumblefoot, que es el guitarrista de Sons of Apollo y Guns N' Roses. Así que bueno, él es el coproductor de ellos. Así que bueno, los voy a presentar. Yoni Avittan es el guitarrista y cantante. Y después tenemos a Ran Aronson, que es el baterista y también corista y toca el teclado. Así que después le vamos a preguntar bien de dónde viene todo eso, ese gran talento que tiene. So, welcome guys to our show, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
Hey.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction.
No problem.
Yeah.
So the first question that I have is how you guys meet together, how the band started, the name and everything.
We were 14 when we first started playing. Ron was a great drummer at that age, and I was a horrible musician. But I heard that he was trying to start a band, and I knew I wanted to be a singer. You know, even though I couldn't sing a note, you know, I decided I wanted to be a rock star.
Awesome.
And we started a band called We Suck. The music changed, and you know, we formed the Dodies. We'll get, I guess, like a lot of alternative bands from the 90s, mostly like grunge bands or Radiohead or, you know, sort of bands with a punk vibe that aren't necessarily punk, you know?
Right. Yes, I can hear that kind of style in your playing, in your music, in your songs. Actually, it's a mixture of everything, but it's very that you have that grunge presence on your songs. So it's awesome. And
thank you, sir.
And what about you?
Yeah.
What are your main influences on drums?
On drums, I mean, I could name a few drummers. You know, of course, like the big ones, the big names. I mean, I love Benny Greb, for example.
Wow.
His vibe, his style, Jojo Mayer. But you know, Travis Barker has been a big influence, and many drummers from many bands as well. Yeah.
Awesome. What kind of kit do you play? What kind of drum set?
I just got a new drum set. It's the PDP Concept.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds very great. What kind of bass drum do you have?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Is it 22 inch, 24, 26?
It's 22, I think, but yeah,
Okay.
I think it's 22. I'm not that much of a gearhead, honestly.
And how can you make that possible, playing keyboards and drums at the same time? Like, I never saw that. It's actually very unique.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, it didn't sound good at all at first. So it took a lot of practice. It was just like learning a whole new instrument. I mean, it like completely different coordination with your fingers in one hand and your whole body on a different side.
Exactly.
So yeah, and you gotta get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very complicated because you have
Yeah,
to keep
I'm
time on-
still getting better at it somehow.
Yeah, but it
I feel like I'm still getting, yeah.
sounds very good already. So sounds very good. And what about your gear?
Thank you.
What kind of guitars do you play? What kind of amps do you use?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not sure about the amps. If Ron isn't a gearhead, then I'm a catastrophe when it comes to gear. Like I've got a Telecaster, and a few pedals that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I just use them. I click them on. And they make this funny noise come out, and I don't know. It's pretty simple,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know. I don't know who designed that shit.
We're trying to make up for, not having a bass player. So
Yeah.
we do use an octaver pedal
Mm-hmm.
when I play with both hands. That's when Yoni hits the octaver,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when we play the heavier stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, on heavier parts of a song.
Great.
So we gradually get more and more pedals, but I think we're hitting our limit very soon.
Okay. And why you decide to not have a bass player on the band?
We couldn't
Well,
find one.
Yeah, we talked to a lot of people that were really enthusiastic about the idea of flying to the U.S. with us, but when the moment of truth came, they were all kind of scared,
Yeah.
And it ended up pretty good because Ron came up with the idea of the octaver and the keyboard bass and playing with one hand, and there used to be a band in the small town, the city we grew up in, sort of, that did the same thing. So we just ripped them off, and it worked out.
Let's talk about your album, your debut album. It's one hell of a ride. How you build that album? How you start making the songs? Which were the first songs that you wrote for the album? Let's hear
The
it.
first, there's one song called Solomon, which is the only song we wrote as we stopped, and now we adapted it differently for the Dodies.
Mm-hmm.
And we changed the lyrics. It used to be in Hebrew, and I wrote that when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest, most of the songs were written between the age of 18 to 22 or something like that, 21.
Mm-hmm.
We're now
We are
27.
now 27, yes.
All right. How you met Bumblefoot? How you met him?
We met him 2 years ago. It was in America, and it was like it was our third time in the States, and every time we visited the States, we learned to know more people. Somehow we just we know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, and somehow we found our way to him.
One of my favorite songs is Boiling Point. That's one of my favorite songs. And where do you make the video? Where you did it in Israel or in the United States?
Yeah, well, it's in Israel. We've got a green screen, so it's a green screen video. We didn't actually film in the country. So it happened in Beersheba, which is the city we live in Israel. There was a film company, like a video company called Monster Film Productions that shot the video. And I don't know, we just came up with a simple, goofy idea because we don't have much of a budget, and it looks good.
Yes.
Yoni's dream was to like actually shoot it in the South, in the States, in Texas, or El Paso, whatever. But yeah, we just I wanted
we
couldn't do it.
Professional redneck dancers. I wanted to bring like with those sort of mugs with XXX on them, like alcohol mugs.
Yeah.
And missing teeth.
I think that's called moonshine. They call it
moonshine.
Yeah, moonshine.
But we just didn't have the budget for that.
So are you planning to play in different countries, or you're going to be in Israel?
Yes, we are planning to play all over the globe. That's the plan.
It will be great if you can come here to Argentina. There's a lot of people that really like your music, including myself. It's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, well, if we play Argentina,
right? Yeah, people here are very wild. We got a very wild audience, so
that's great.
Especially for rock and roll and grunge and new things.
Yeah, Bumblefoot told us some pretty good stories about Argentina, about South America in general, as far as rock and roll.
It's amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah, I bet.
and I wish that I can go to your country to visit. It's a very, very nice place to. It has a lot of story. History. It has a lot of history.
History for sure.
Yeah.
It will be a good thing to go there. No. So one of the last questions of this interview is going to be your plans for the future. Are you recording and working in new material right now, or doing something new videos?
We've got 3 more albums we haven't put out yet that we're working on. We've got a lot of songs ready to be recorded that haven't been recorded. And the future is full of creativity for us. If that creativity comes to light, is a mystery.
Yeah. Awesome.
COVID has been fucking us pretty bad.
Yeah, I know. So it was a true honor meeting you guys. I really love your music, and the videos and the style that you have is very unique. So I wish you a very good luck, and keep playing, keep rocking. All right, take care.
Thanks, you too.
We'll keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye.